Guys, got to start with that game last night. Tough one in Indiana for the Lakers. What happened out there, Fish? What'd you see?
Well, I saw a disconnect. That's what I saw. Early in the season, surprisingly, this group was connected. A lot of new faces. They seemed to get to know each other quick. They were pulling for each other. And before the injuries, playing good basketball. But in Indianapolis, they look like a group that is being fractured a little bit with everything that's going on around them. Made it really difficult to focus and pay attention to detail.
Yeah, I think it's the first lesson learned for a lot of the young players, having to go through these trials and tribulations via injuries, being without LeBron, and then having a ton of trade talk surround the team. It could be a distraction, and I agree with Fish. It just didn't seem like the cohesiveness or the passion, togetherness. I'm sure they still love to play the game, but having that harmony together that they had when they were in fourth in the conference and everything was going well didn't seem to be there in the Indiana game, and it led to a ton of turnovers early. The defense was not, together. So, yeah, not connected is a good way to describe it.
You guys had a lot of continuity in your career, spent a lot of your time with the Lakers franchise, very lucky in that sense. But what do you think these young guys are going through when they hear their name in a trade rumor? These guys are all in their late teens and early 20s, Fish.
Yeah, it has to be difficult. It's hard to relate to, I think, from my perspective and our perspective. We didn't have the social media impact that these players are living in. Just getting in the car to drive home, things are popping up, phones going off, your name's being mentioned and everything. And that has to be challenging and difficult. A lot of these guys are only a couple years removed from high school and have always been regarded as the best player on their team, the best player in the state, best player in college. So this is all very difficult, but it's a part of maturing, not just in sports, but in life, in business. You're going to go through adversity. You're going to go through people questioning you and whether or not you're the right person for the job. But you have to continue to fight through those things and let people know that you are worthy of having that opportunity.
And these young players, they've made some really good progress. I mean, Kuzma, Ingram, Ball is starting to find his way. And so when you've been told that you are part of the future and, you make your foundation with the Lakers and they're telling you that, your jersey is going to be on the wall one day. And then when the business hits, all that can go away. And you kind of feel like you've been you kind of feel like you've been cheated on a little bit, or you feel like you've been told a lie or something. But that's just part of the nature of the business. I think they'll learn from this. Regardless of what happens, I think they'll have a better understanding of what the business side holds for them.
Is defense where it faded most quickly to you? I mean, they gave up the most threes this season to Indiana. Pacers just shot the lights out, really.
Well, to me, that's the first area where you will see disconnection. Defense really requires all five guys. On offense, it's easy. One guy can just go make a play with the ball. Doesn't always need his teammates. On defense, you need your teammates. You have to communicate, talk point, and really problem solve as a group. And so when you're not connected, when your mind is not fully present, it's hard to get those stops consistently. And that's what it looked like the Lakers were experiencing in Indianapolis.
And I think Indiana hit more threes in that game than they've hit all year long.
Yeah, they were sharp.
And so I think the Lakers defense has proven that they're a better defensive team than what they showed in that game. So not being focused, not having your mind ready to go can really destroy a defense, and I think it did in the Indiana game.
How about LeBron? He took a 5-day rest between his last game and the Indiana game. Did not play in Golden State a few days beforehand. 5 turnovers in the first half. I thought he kind of turned it around in that third quarter, kind of shook off a little bit of that rust. Yeah,
the turnovers were a problem for him and the team, actually, early in that game. But to me, he did physically look sharper. He looked more explosive in his movements, drove in transition one time, split a pick and roll, and dunked it hard on Miles Turner. Yeah. Really strong move that I don't think he could have made in the Clippers game. So I think he is improving physically, and the Lakers will need that. But more importantly, whether it's after Thursday, before Thursday, they have to figure out how to really reconnect and come back together as a group. whoever's in that locker room, that's all you have right now. You can't control anything else. They have to find a way to do that before they face the Celtics.
No question. You got to play for the team that you're on right now and not worry about tomorrow, because you got to stick to the plan right now. They're still with the Lakers, and they got to play and be professional and finish it out.
James, playing the Celtics on Thursday. Your early thoughts on that game?
Got to get that Celtic ass.
Okay. Thought I'd ask.